Is your setup, living room, or bedroom in need of some more eye candy? I got you. And we're back, DLG fam. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to all the new viewers. Y como siempre ya lo saben, bienvenidos a todos aquí, el canal de LG. Gracias por tomar el tiempo en venir a nuestro canal. So there's a company out there by the name of Nanoleaf that has been creating a lot of eye candy for your setup, your living room, your bedroom, anything you can think of that you're able to light up. Nanoleaf has done it to a certain extent. So what do I have for you guys today? Bam! The Smart Multicolor Floor Lamp by Nanoleaf, and bam! The Nanoleaf 4D V2 for your television or your monitor. Now you guys see why I'm talking about eye candy, right? The Nanoleaf 4D V2 goes mounted on the back of your TV or your monitor, and the floor lamp obviously on the floor, right? This is a great addition not only for your setup but your living space. Let's go ahead and unbox it and see what does it look like. After that, we're gonna set it up and put it to the test in my living room. All right guys, here it is, the Nanoleaf Smart Multicolor Floor Lamp and bam! The Nanoleaf 4D V2 Screen Mirror Plus Light Strip Kit. These two right here are gonna be a great add-on to my living room because now I will feel immersed in the movie or TV show that I'm watching. Now the only thing that's left is to hook it up with a nice audio system. So let's take this out of the box and see what do they look like. All right, so let's see what the Nanoleaf 4D V2 looks like, okay? So it comes with a manual and a QR code so you could set up the Nanoleaf app on your phone. Here's a little cloth so you could clean off the back of your TV so you're ready to hook it up. Here are the RGB lights that go on the back side of the television. You get one. More than likely this is to align the curvature of the light strips when you set them up on the back of the TV. That way you'll get that perfect lighting. And also this kit right here is for a 65-inch TV. I have a 85-inch TV, so we're going to see how good does it actually look by placing it on something that's 20 inches bigger when it's meant for only a 65-inch. But I'm willing to put that to the test if they do need to come up with an 85-inch reel of lighting or if this will work. So on this device here, this is the screen mirror camera mount. This goes on the back side of your TV just as so, kind of like a light bar that goes set on top of your monitor. We put this on top of the TV with the screen mirror camera there, and it reads your display to determine what colors need to be produced on the light strip. Gotta be careful here. We don't wanna damage the camera because I feel like this is the camera, and let's be gentle here. All right, we'll get to this one here in a bit. You get a power adapter. Here is the screen mirror camera. This goes mounted on here as so, like that. And you tuck it in right here. There's a little slit on the mount that allows for the cable to sit properly. And this is the camera. Let's pull that off. Look at that right there. This is what's going to be reading your display and passing it on to the light strip. This little cover does hold on magnetically as so when you're not using it, go ahead and cover it. That way you avoid any dust landing on the lens itself. So on the other end, there's a USB connection that more than likely goes plugged into this device right here. This is the control center. You got your power button. On the top part, you got 3 indicator lights for the devices that are plugged in. Your camera goes here, audio goes here, and your power goes on this one. And you also get this little nice Nanoleaf sticker right here. That's about it for the 4D V2. Let's go ahead and check out the floor lamp now. Okay, so here is the floor lamp. Let's take it out of the box and check it out. Remember guys, all these devices can be controlled via the Nanoleaf app. Man, this is going to look amazing in my living room. What is this here? You get Nanoleaf Premium, a little pamphlet, try Nanoleaf Premium. Get access to intelligent music visualizations, immersive multi-sensory experiences. More than likely, this is a new service that they have, so you could set it up and display all your Nanoleaf lighting in an amazing way. You get the Smart Multicolor Floor Lamp Quick Start Guide. This lets you know how to install everything on the floor lamp. This little squiggly part here, this appears to be the light strip. This is going to go installed on the floor lamp as so, and the connector here would go on the base. So let's go ahead and see how we could set this up real quick so we could check it out. We got some hardware here. First of all, in the hardware, we get this little control here. The power goes right there, power button on top, plus minus More than likely, this is to lower and raise the intensity of the light. And we have music and this forward button right here. Okay, so you get these bars here. This is where the actual light strip goes connected. We have to set this up, so give me a few minutes while I get it going. In the meantime, let's see what else comes in here. You get a power adapter, and that's about it. And here is the rest of the hardware. You got the little strips that you slide in here and you screw them on, construct the lamp itself. Here are the strips. They do supply a screwdriver as well as the hardware that you need to set up the floor lamp. All right, so here's the base. It's pretty heavy, and this part here goes connected to the top part of the controller right there, as so, and that's how you're going to control it, or via the Nanoleaf app. We're now going to install the brackets into the bars that hold the light strip. There is a groove on here. You want to make sure that that groove is facing down. This was the top part because there's an end cap right here. All right, there you go. We now have the actual light bar assembled. Go ahead and slide in the light strip. The top part without the cable on the side of the end cap. You go ahead and you mount it, and you're going to gently push the actual light strip into the aluminum bar, just like that. Gently squeeze all the way down till you get to the bottom of the bar itself. There we go. Okay, so now we have this bottom part here that goes into the base. There's still some screws that need to be added on there onto the base itself. Make sure you don't pinch any of the cables, or else you're going to damage the lamp. And as you can see, this cable here goes plugged into this one. You're gonna have to push the little connector into the hole gently with the supplied screwdriver. Be careful and do not puncture the cables. That way you could get the light strip installed all the way down and it doesn't look ugly. So this took me a little bit of time to get it actually set up properly. That way it's seamless and there's no gap on the bottom of the actual lamp. Okay guys, so now the floor lamp is set up. Now we're going to go to my living room. I'm going to install the lighting onto my TV, and then I will show you how everything looks during the day and during the night. All right guys, so this is where I'm going to be installing the Nanoleaf 4D, and the floor lamp is gonna go somewhere over here on the other end. This is an 85-inch, and we're using the Nanoleaf 4D V2 65-inch kit. I'm not too sure how that's gonna work, but let's get it going. Okay, so we now have the mirror camera installed, as you guys can see right there. It goes on the top part of the monitor, mounted as so. I went ahead and pulled my TV out. Let me go ahead and install the light strip on the back side, then I will show you what it looks like once it's installed. All right guys, so here's the back side of my 85-inch TV. We're going to be installing the 65-inch Nanoleaf 4D V2, the immersive LED kit. And yeah, don't mind the digital antenna. Don't mind the digital antenna. Okay guys, I now have the LED strip hooked up or taped up to the back of my TV, and hopefully it's able to light it all up because this is an 85-inch TV. As you guys can see, there is a section missing from there all the way over here. Nanoleaf does not currently make 85-inch kits for the immersive lighting kit, so let's continue with this. All right guys, we now have the Nanoleaf 4DX set up on my 85-inch, and we have the Smart Light floor lamp over here on the right side. And I had to put it behind this couch right here because, as you guys can see, there's really not much space to actually accommodate for the floor lamp, but I feel that it looks great on that corner once it's lit up. So I am going to show you what the app looks like. As you guys can see right here, here is the living room. No, here's the 4D V2 lighting, and here is the smart lamp. If I go ahead and hit this right here, it's going to power it on. All right, we now have the 4D V2 hooked up to my TV over here and the floor lamp on the right side. We are using the 65-inch kit for the 4D V2, and it works quite well on the 85-inch TV. I wouldn't go any higher than that because then you're running the risk of having to place the RGB lights farther inside of the TV so that you could get a full circle all the way around, opposed to it being closer to the edge. I will show you what the actual lighting looks like during the nighttime. So let me show you the reactiveness that it does have. There we go, look at that. So once the scene changes, the camera that's located on the top part right here reads the entire screen and displays the colors all across the LED lights. So that's pretty cool. I think Nanoleaf did an amazing job on this kit. And I do have my smart floor lamp synced up to the 4D V2 kit. I just want to mention to you guys that I did have a difficult time setting up the 4D V2 kit on my TV. So if Nanoleaf can find a way to streamline the installation of the kit onto your app, that would be amazing. I would not have sat there for about 30 to 40 minutes trying to figure out why the controller was not connecting to my phone. So let's go to the nighttime shot, guys, and check out how amazing this kit looks. All right, guys, check it out. The Nanoleaf 4D V2 in the nighttime. Look at that color. Let's go ahead and try out Netflix and see how does it perform and how does it look. And then let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think? All right, we're gonna try that movie right there. Okay, so right now we actually have the 4D enabled, and I will show you on my phone. As you guys can see right there, 4D is enabled, and we're going to go ahead and switch it to 1D, and you will see that the lighting will change to one single color right there. That's 1D. And if we switch it over to 2D, there we go. Here is 3D. All right, look at that right there. Okay, so we're starting to get a lot more colors with the 4D V2 and the smart lamp, as you can see on the right side of the screen. Now let's go ahead and switch over to the 4D right here. And you will see now that the colors are a lot more vivid and they blend in a lot better. Before, they were not blending in, so you could see blotches of color around the TV and on the smart lamp. And on this section right here, you're able to sync the device that you have. For me, it would be the smart lamp. You could add more panels or more smart lamps. It all depends on what you like. So look at that right there. Man, that looks amazing. Talk about immersing yourself while watching a movie. Now it also works with video games and music. And you also have on here, you could switch it from cinematic to vivid. It will give you more vivid tones, or you could also do custom. As you guys can see right there, you could adjust this to your liking. So we're gonna do cinematic. So I'm gonna show you real quick, how does it perform when it detects music? I'm going to go into my phone. We're gonna switch it to rhythm. All right, guys, check it out. We're now syncing the 4D V2 and the smart floor lamp with my voice. So you could only imagine how crazier it's gonna get when it's actually listening to music. Alexa, play. All right, guys, so we're back to the viewing mode. And if you want to turn off rhythm, that way you're able to go back to watching TV or your favorite movie, you go ahead and you click on the rhythm button right here. And that turns it off. It sets it back to mirroring mode off of the screen. One thing, guys, if you do set it to rhythm mode, you want to make sure that you go into this drop right here and you go into scenes. What you're gonna do from here is you're going to select one of the scenes. For example, that one right there, Beat Crusher, that's what I had selected. It has a little music note on it. That's the one that allows you to do the rhythm and for the lights to get crazy. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about the Nanoleaf 4D V2, the Nanoleaf Smart Multicolor Floor Lamp? This is amazing, guys. Time to immerse the family in a movie or a TV show, or my kids love dancing, time to put some music. All right, guys, here's an amazing pair. The Nanoleaf 4D V2 and the Nanoleaf Smart Multicolor Floor Lamp. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think? Guys, I feel that these two products are actually amazing. And if you're into RGB or possibly just getting immersed into the movie or TV show that you're watching, then this is the route to go. The Nanoleaf 4D V2 is meant to be used on TVs up to 65 inches, but I just proved it to you guys. I fit that sucker into my 85-inch TV, and guys, I feel that it looks amazing. I think I'm possibly the only one that enjoys it in my household. That's okay, I guess I'll just watch movies and TV shows with the Nanoleaf 4D V2 and the floor lamp on when I'm the only one that's in the house. The 4D V2 is able to be used in 1D, 2D, 3D, or 4D. Plus, you could also sync it. That means it's going to sync to whatever music you're playing, because not only can you use it while you're watching TV, but you could also use it while you're listening to music. And the neat thing about it is you're able to control all your Nanoleaf lights with the Nanoleaf app, just like I showed you previously. The V2 kit does have ultra vivid screen mirroring, and if you're worried about privacy, not to worry, it does come with a privacy cover for the camera. So if you really don't want the full feel of immersion, you could just use the 1D, which will display only one singular color. As far as immersion goes, you're able to select from 1 to 100 depending on how immersed you want to be. The 4D, in my opinion, it's the best immersion because you get the perfect screen mirroring from the TV onto your lights. So the Nanoleaf 4D V2 does go for $99.99. That's $100. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you're interested in purchasing it. If you do buy it, or if you already own it, come back to the video and let me know what you think of it. So as far as the multicolor floor lamp, this is a great accent when it comes down to wanting different type of lighting around the house. You don't need to have it next to the TV or off to the side of the TV, just the way I had it set up. This can be placed at any corner that you want or anywhere that you want within your household. You're still able to control the light via the Nanoleaf app. The 4D V2 does have intelligent color matching via the screen mirror camera. It does come with an Ultra Flex zigzag light strip, which is very easy to install. Just peel off the red cover on the back and you're ready to set it up. You could bend it or snip it wherever you want. That way it could accommodate for the size of your TV or your monitor. It also has enhanced white lighting. That means you're going to get true white colors off of the LEDs when you have white displayed within the screen. This is meant for people that enjoy movies, true gamers, music lovers, or maybe you do karaoke. That sounds pretty fun, right? So the neat thing is, if you do have other Nanoleaf lights, you could mirror 50 plus Nanoleaf RGB devices with Sync Plus. So now, as far as the setup goes, it says it's fairly easy, but I actually had a pretty difficult time connecting it. For some reason, when I was scanning the little code with my phone, even though my phone was connected to a 2.4 gigahertz network, just like it states on the instruction manual, it was a little bit difficult. It took me about maybe 30 to 40 minutes to finally get it set up. If you do buy it, please let me know if you had the same difficulties. I would like to know if I'm not the only one sharing that issue. Or maybe Nanoleaf can find an easier way to set up the 4D V2. You can control it with the app, your voice, or manual via the buttons located on the actual receiver. The camera can actually be placed above or below your TV screen. With 16 million plus dynamic color changing scenes, your choices are endless. So what about the Smart Multicolor floor lamp? Well, this device can actually be used across your entire home, wherever you want to place it or wherever you find an aesthetically pleasing area. It will go great and give you that amazing lighting or set the mood for that particular area where the light is located. The lamp can also be controlled via the Nanoleaf app, and you can also sync it to the 4D V2. Maybe you got some panels or the Nanoleaf lines. Everything can sync all together. That way you get an even better immersion. The smart lamp does have 16 plus million colors that are ultra bright, and you also get the ability to tune your whites. It reacts to sound and music, and if you're running a smart home, you could schedule it to power on at the specific times that you choose. This device can also be controlled not only via your phone, but also a manual or with your voice. This device was very easy to set up, not like the 4D V2. I didn't have a difficult time setting up the floor lamp. That possibly took no more than 5 minutes. So there you have it, guys. The Nanoleaf 4D V2, the Smart Multicolor floor lamp. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of it? Do you guys like Nanoleaf products? I know I do. I've had them for a while. This is the new addition to my home, the new addition to my living room space, which I just showed you guys. That would be a first for me because it's always focused more around my gaming area. But this time I wanted to cover more of the living area within my house. That way you could see that Nanoleaf is also meant for living rooms, bedrooms, and not only gaming setups. So if you're a dad, a gaming dad looking for the best way to immerse yourself and your family while you're watching a movie or TV show, don't forget to check out my latest video. But till next time, guys, I'm Tech. Peace out. Now, if I could only convince my oldest one that this is the best way to watch all those movies, because my other two kids are on board with it.